So the first step, I'm gonna use a primer. I got large pores from like laying out in the sun all the time, so I love using a primer to make it look nice, smooth, and flawless. So I'm gonna apply that first thing. You don't have to apply it everywhere. You could just put it on the main areas where you have fine lines or pores. And then I'm gonna put foundation all over my face just to like smooth and even all of the skin tone, and then I'm gonna do my contouring. On camera, the darker areas look like so much darker, but it's not really like that in real life. I just love how their foundation applies. It's just so smooth. It's not too wet or liquidy, and it's not too dry. And I love full coverage, girl. I want to cover it all. Work these settings better. I'm slacking on that. Alright, now we're gonna do the contour. I just love how they have palettes for everything. Like literally the lipsticks, the eyeshadows, the contouring. I love it because I don't want to pack my bag with so many things. I just want to have a small palette and not like a huge one. And I just take that with me. It's just perfect. So I like bringing the line from my lip to the middle of my ear. That's what I like highlighting. And then I highlight right around the laughing lines. Especially mine are deep, so I kind of want them to pop out. Side of our nose. Under the eye. And you want to go a little bit beneath under the eye so it blends and it just doesn't look like raccoon eyes, just like really white just right underneath. We want it to look like an illusion and not like so much drawn and stuff. Because like I have a bigger forehead than my chin, I just want to create a little bit of symmetry. So I'm gonna add a little highlight on my chin. And I'm not gonna highlight it too high up so my forehead doesn't look bigger. So I'm just gonna keep it low. Imagine like your boyfriend seeing you. What are you doing, girl? Like my husband, I had, you know how we be overdoing the highlighter sometimes. So I had it all over my nose and cheeks, and he's like, babe, there's something on your nose. I'm like, really? What? And I looked, I'm like, what? I don't see it. And he's like, I don't know, it's like all over your nose and your cheeks. And I'm like, baby, that's makeup. He's like, really? You guys put that on your nose and cheeks? So funny. All right, now the darker areas. Let's make that forehead smaller. And plus, going around all of the corners, it doesn't make the face look so white and ghosty looking. So it gives it that natural glow in the areas where you highlighted. I'm gonna bring in that jaw a little bit and come a little bit lower so it blends in. So I want to make sure that I keep it a bit high up to bring the cheekbones higher and not drag them down. Because I have a very skinny face, I like to bring it in a little bit more onto my cheek. But if you want to avoid that, then just keep it just right along the sides. And I like getting the darker part of the contouring and putting it on my eyes. This is what I do like for the everyday. Okay, not like every day, but when I don't want to put like eyeshadow and get like all glammed up on my eyes and stuff, that's what I like doing. And I just put blush on my eyeshadow, on my eyelid. Now the nose. Now on the nose, you don't want to make it so wide, the highlighting area. You want the line to be very thin, and then the darker area to be right exactly against the highlighting. We want the nose to look thin. That's why. Unless you don't want your nose to look thin. I have a crooked nose. It like goes in this way, so it's challenging to fix that. And then to bring the tip to look a bit more pointier, I put a line right above to like kind of lift it a little bit. All right, cool. All right, now the beauty blender. I love this. I always used to use my hands, which sometimes I do when I'm in a rush, but I just love how when you're patting this, how it makes the makeup sit and last for a long time. The only thing is that it absorbs a lot of the makeup, so that sucks. They need to create something where it doesn't take everything and absorb it. So I use one side for the highlighting and the other side for the dark area. First, I like doing the highlighting areas. I love putting makeup when I'm tan. I love those bronze looks. Ooh wee! If you're in Dubai and you need a tan, holler at my girl Manel. I will put her information below. She comes directly to your house. It's perfect. And she has like this big tent thingy that she just opens up and sprays you in, so you don't got to worry about it getting anywhere on your stuff. Top of the nose, I just pat it on top. So they don't smudge together, just slightly blend it together. Now the other side for the dark areas. Now the side of the nose. So I'm just gonna pat it. And I have like a thin side. One side is thin, you can see, to an angle. I like that for the nose. So I can just blend it very nicely without the colors mixing together so much. Not so shabby. My nose is peeling. Why? Oh, maybe because I used that black magic mask. It took out all the oil from my nose and it maybe dried it a little bit. My nose is tickling like there's a hair inside. Where is it? Alright, I'm sure you guys see everyone baking on Instagram and stuff like that. This is genius. I love it. Especially for me because I'm dealing with a lot of these laugh lines under my eyes, and after like a couple of hours you could see the concealer kind of like creasing and stuff. It conceals the concealer perfect so that throughout the day it doesn't look kind of greasy and you don't see the fine lines and stuff like that. Makes the makeup last so much longer and look so smoother. I love it. It's genius. Me, I don't like smearing it with the brush. I like dabbing it because when you smear it, it kind of like dries the powder on the concealer and leaves like kind of streaks because you're moving the brush against it. So I like to just dab it. And make sure that you get in those corners right here where the eye is. Well, mainly that's my issue, is right under the eye. And especially around my deep laughing lines. Especially my left one, because I don't know, I think I smirk a lot because it's like this side is so deep and not this one. It's so funny. So you want to get any area where you have any of those creases. And then the areas that you want to highlight as well. I just love this powder because it doesn't look so... On camera it looks really white, but in real you don't even see it. But that's why you got to be sure when you're taking pictures that you blend your powder on top of it, because then it can show in the pictures. You know how many times I took pictures for you guys? And then I look in the end after I'm done and I wash my face and I looked at all the pictures. There's like white streaks and I'm like, no, I ruined it. I should have looked. Because on camera with the flash, everything shows much more when it comes to these little imperfections. But the eyeshadow sometimes, it's like, it doesn't look like that in real. It looks so much better. The colors. So you can let the powder sit in for a couple of minutes. I'm being a little impatient because I have so much to get done. So I'm gonna put some mineral powder. I love their mineral powder. And I like circular motion all around my face. We gotta make sure that we get these areas that are highlighted. So if you take any pictures, it doesn't look so white. You can test yourself, take a picture of yourself, and then see how it turns on with the flash if you're about to take some pictures and you just want to make sure. Get that neck, girl. Perfecto. I just love mineral powder. It just doesn't make my skin look cakey, and it makes the skin just kind of glow instead of looking like it's just super matte. Because I like a matte finish, but I don't want it to be like a cakey matte, you know? So you want to just kind of glide it when you first apply it. If you're dealing with a lot of facial hair, even if it's just like blonde hair, the bronzer can kind of accumulate on the hair and it can look blotchy. Or if you just go like this, you can easily create that little blotchiness right here. So you want to avoid that, and you just want to glide left to right and go around the areas where you contoured. It looks really dark on camera, but in real it's not. I don't know, or I just see that in the screen. I'm still new to this. Be light on me. Alright, now I'll squeeze the brush and I'll use the same bronzer that I used around my face and put it on my eyelid. I love doing this look. Whatever blush I use, I just put it on my eyelids. And it comes out perfect. And because my crease on my eyes, like I don't really have a big eyelid when I open my eyes, I like it when I use a thicker brush and I just squeeze it because it goes over the crease, so you can actually see it when I open my eyes. And now we'll do the nose just a little bit. We don't want it to be too much. I can see how some women, they make it so dark, and then when you see them in daylight or in the light in the elevator or something, you just see strong lines on their nose. We don't want that. Just want to create a little bit of illusion. Just gonna put a little bit on my cheeks on the side. I'm not gonna bring it too much here because I have large pores. And if I put the highlighter on the areas where I have large pores, it's gonna show a lot more on my nose, so it looks nice and cute and small. Bam! Look at that shininess. Ooh wee! I love it. I'm just gonna put a little bit of lip gloss on. Ooh, I like this. It's like goldish with a little bit of peachy color to it. I like that. I'm a big fan of peach. I like going a little above, right above the lips to make it look a little bit bigger. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Proper glam, proper browns. Just feel like maybe on the screen it looks a little white here. Let me fix that. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah. Because on camera, everything is different, man. Okay, that looks better. Right? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini tutorial on how I do my little contouring, especially when I got my little spray tan going on. So this is a little simple bronze glam, no lashes, just a little quick glow before you go out and not have to take forever to do your makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, all right? Thank you. If you liked it, please subscribe, leave me a comment below. I read all of your messages, all right? Thanks.